It's Chet here. So you were probably right now at the same point that I am. I'm looking to get a DSLR. Back in the day, hadn't bought a camera since a T2i 15 years ago, and decided I want to do a YouTube channel. And I was looking around and I typed in cameras using for doing YouTube channel, and all these different cameras showed up. Didn't know what I was kind of looking for, and I kind of just went with the camera that everybody was using at the time, which was this bad boy, the ZV-E10. Now this is the Mark 1, the Mark 2 has come out, and of course you're seeing all these videos about everybody running to the new camera, how great it is, and you know, we're all getting into that trap where we're going out and buying the new camera, which is great for manufacturers and great if there are things in the camera that you need, okay? But this was the first camera I purchased, and I wish I would have known a lot more. I mean, I guess a little bit is taken on me that I should have researched a little bit more, which is why I'm making this video, so I teach you about the things to look for and the things that you're looking for in a camera. So this is a Sony ZV-E10. It's got a screen that comes out to the side, so you're able to basically look at yourself while you're recording, as well as has a pretty good mic on the top of it, but it does not have a viewfinder. Okay, it does have active stabilization, which actually crops in your footage when you're shooting, so it's not bad. But you know, this would be basically for vlogging. I mean, if you want to do photography, you kind of want to have that viewfinder to be able to look at it. It's got some product modes. There's a lot of different things. I'm just going to cover just simple stuff, right? If you want to get to the specs of everything, that's a whole different thing. Okay, then you're going to go to the Sony a6400. Okay, this camera here has a viewfinder. Okay, but its screen flips upward, so it's not like the other one where you can flip it this way, so when you're basically filming yourself, you can see yourself in frame and make sure you're in your thirds and the whole 9 yards. Okay, you don't get that option because your screen only obviously flips. Okay, but it has a viewfinder, so if you want to do photography, you're able to do that. You've got the viewfinder to look into, which is a really cool thing, but it doesn't have image stabilization. Okay, so you have to either have lenses that have image stabilization, or you got to be really, really steady with this camera. Okay, so that's another thing about this camera. Now, you go with this camera here. This is the a6500. Okay, the reason why I got the a6500 was because it has in-body stabilization. So depending on whatever lens that you use, you've got stabilization, right? Even if a lens has stabilization in it, you also have stabilization within the camera. And it has a viewfinder, and like the a6400, it has a flip-up screen, okay? Now, all three of these cameras have one memory card, okay? So say you're going to go and you're maybe doing a wedding for a friend, and your memory card craps out. You're gonna lose all your footage, okay? One thing I didn't know is that there's cameras that have two memory cards in them. Now they're basically a semi-pro to pro version of a camera. Okay, so those basically would be something like the Sony a7 III. Okay, the Sony a7 III has a flip-up screen, okay, like the other two previously, has a viewfinder, which is actually in the center, not the side, and it has two memory slots, okay? And you can set this up so basically it takes the same photo on both memory cards, so if one card craps out, you haven't lost all your footage, right? So this is great for being, you know, semi-pro or pro. You'll be able to take this, be able to do weddings, do production shoots and whatnot, and have the peace of mind knowing that you're not going to lose your footage, at least let's hope not, okay? Lenses, all these four cameras are actually Sony E-mount, okay? I'm only showing you Sony because that's what I use. I mean, I'm sure other cameras have the same kind of thing. I've got a Canon M100 that has only kind of the same thing like the ZV-E10, but it actually flips upward, okay? So if you put anything like a mic or anything like that in it, it blocks the actual screen, okay? But yeah, so there's a lot of different things just out of the box that you need to know about cameras. Not even the specs about the megapixels of how much it shoots or anything like that. It's kind of what you're going to be using the camera for, right? Like if you're just a simple vlogger, maybe this is what you need, just a ZV-E10. If you're going to be taking just simple photography, you might want something like the a6400, okay? But it doesn't have the image stabilization in it. Or you would go with something like the a6500 that has image stabilization in it, but you only have one memory card, right? A lot of people say that you don't need two memory cards. But, you know, do you want to take that chance, right? Or you go with this one here, and obviously it's going to cost a lot more, but you're going to have everything in one package. You just don't have the side screen, right? You know, for lenses, there's a lot of different lenses that you can get for a camera. They're all kind of your preference, as well as the price point that you can afford. You know, some of them come with, you know, this 28 by 70 lens, which kind of gives you a bit of a different range. Now I've upgraded mine. My favorite lens is actually the Sony E-mount 1.8 by 11 millimeter. I love that lens. It's great. It's great for wide angle stuff. I mean, I don't mind cropping in if I have to, right? You know, there's 50 millimeter lenses. You've got everything up from your to telescopic lens. This is a 70 to 350 G lens. You know, so there's a lot of different lenses that you can pick, but the main thing is starting off with your camera first, right? I wish I would have known back then all the different things that a camera could give you, and if I knew that then, I might not have all 4 of these, but these are things that you learn, and you don't always get somebody on YouTube telling you the differences between the different types of cameras that are out there. All right, I hope this is helpful for you. Please like and subscribe, and please put a comment below if you like to, and you have a great day. If you like this video, do me a favor, subscribe here, and if you like the video, check out the next one here. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Take care.